Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
It is a truly passionate scene here, always has been ever since this ground first opened. This unique feeling is something that has rarely changed, even through major modernisations down the years. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
Mbappe! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I would think that this fella...
Big chance! Chance, surely! It's there! We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Ha segnato al 12° minuto, numero 8.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Valverde. And here's Vinicius Junior. He might be in here. And he shoots! He's got a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Ha segnato al 16° minuto.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Pablo Fornals, and this is Beckham. Chance! And that's a good finish. And they've got their lead back. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Numero 11.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Bellingham. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Pablo Fornals. Almost half an hour in now. Aimed beyond the defence. Anthony is flagged offside. Valverde. Mendy. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Pablo Fornals, given the lift of his goal. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Pablo Fornals. And here's Bakambu. Big chance!
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but...
And the shot!
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Valverde. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Mbappe. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And for the first half, that is that. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
So it has been pretty frantic here, everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. And here is the first touch of the second half. Valverde spots it and intercepts. Bellingham. It's Vinicius Junior, and he's managed to get free. He's on it, can he get away? Pablo Fornals.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Anthony. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now, can they get him away? Oh, cracking ball. And a chance! Well taken goal. Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Ha segnato al 58esimo minuto, numero 5.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And it's Amrabat. Amrabat. Great chance! Valverde. Amrabat does really well to win the ball there. Shapes to shoot! Same again, same outcome.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And we have our very first corner. Pablo Fornals with the short one. No way through, so back it comes. Valverde clears without hesitation. Hector Bellerin. Alvaro Fidalgo. Now it's Pablo Fornals. Vinicius Junior. Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Bakambu.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Brahim Diaz, who's set up one goal so far. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's had a shot! Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So here comes the substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Well, they've done the hard part. Now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
Driving through the middle. There's the shot! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper. Well, he got...
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole stadium, and I think this performance was one best deleted from the memory bank now.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.